Deep within the earth, where the planet's very heartbeat pulses unseen, Yellowstone awakens. Scalding hot springs bubble to the surface like the exhalations of a slumbering giant, releasing whispers of steam into the crisp mountain air. This ancient land, America's first national park, stands as a wild and untamed fortress of the West, a realm where nature's raw power remains unchained. Each year, over 4 million travelers venture into this untamed wilderness, drawn by its breathtaking landscapes and the primal forces that shape them. Here, in the heart of Yellowstone, the cycle of life unfolds in all its untamed glory. In this journey, witness nature's fiercest struggles, where apex predators engage in a relentless battle for survival, locked in a mesmerizing primal dance of life and death. This is Yellowstone, a land where ruthless hunters roam, majestic beasts command the horizon, and the wild reigns supreme. Yellowstone's vast and untamed wilderness is ruled by nature's raw majesty, a land where bison thunder across sweeping plains and gray wolves prowl the shadows, their fates forever entwined in an ancient struggle. These two legendary rivals, locked in a relentless battle of survival, embody the harsh and unyielding cycle of life and death that has played out in this land for millennia. Here, predator and prey exist in a delicate balance, a thread both fragile and unbreakable. The fall of one species fuels the rise of another, a silent yet unrelenting force shaping the wild. But before these magnificent creatures face their grayest battles, they must first endure Yellowstone's brutal trials, a land where survival is a rite of passage. Nestled within the towering Rocky Mountains, Yellowstone sprawls like a vast, untamed kingdom, stretching across Wyoming and reaching into Montana and Idaho. Covering over 3,468 square miles, it dwarfs both Rhode Island and Delaware, a living testament to nature's artistry, carved by fire, ice, and time itself. Winter here is an unforgiving fortress. As November arrives, an icy veil descends, burying the landscape under a thick, motionless blanket of snow. The air grows sharp, and the winds howl through the valleys, signaling the start of a relentless struggle for survival. For Yellowstone's creatures, the battle against the cold is just as fierce as the clashes between predator and prey. The long, unforgiving months ahead will test their strength, resilience, and will to endure. Winter in Yellowstone is a relentless force, a frozen titan that tests the limits of every creature within its grasp. Temperatures, though seemingly mild on the surface, ranging from 20 degrees Fahrenheit to 30 degrees Fahrenheit, can plunge dramatically as icy cold fronts sweep through the valleys, sometimes driving the mercury down to a bone-chilling -40 degrees Fahrenheit in the dead of night. Each year, Yellowstone is buried beneath an avalanche of snowfall, with lower elevations receding up to 150 inches, while the Absaroka Range and higher peaks are smothered under an astonishing 400 inches. This thick, suffocating blanket of white drapes over meadows, rivers, and roads, turning even the simplest movement into a desperate struggle. For many animals, the search for a single blade of grass or a frostbitten branch becomes an arduous journey through a vast and merciless sea of snow. As winter tightens its icy grip, food supplies dwindle, and survival becomes a daily battle. Only those with special adaptations endure. The snowshoe hare, a master of disguise, undergoes a remarkable transformation, its fur shifting from earthy brown to a spectral white, allowing it to vanish into the endless drifts. But even this clever camouflage cannot shield it from starvation, nor from the ever-watchful eyes of foxes and wolves that prowl the frozen wilderness. Deeper within Yellowstone's shadowed forests, small creatures huddle in tree hollows and burrows, seeking refuge from the merciless cold. Their wide, fur-covered feet act as natural snowshoes, allowing them to glide effortlessly across thick drifts in search of shelter and sustenance. But for the puck's larger inhabitants, winter's trials are far greater. From November to April, the land remains locked in a frozen stillness, with the bitterest days peaking in December and January. Time moves like a slow, grinding hourglass, each grain of snow testing the endurance of Yellowstone's wild denizens. Only the strongest, the most resilient, will outlast the storm and greet the first breath of spring. Every day is a battle for survival. Large animals like elk, moose, and bison not only endure the cold, but also face dwindling food supplies and declining health. Moose, North America's largest herbivore, often become trapped in deep snow, struggling to find food. Prolonged snowstorms push many to starvation or exhaustion. The winter of 1996 to 1997 was especially brutal for Yellowstone's elk and deer, with natural mortality rates reaching 50%. Even bison, with their thick fur and powerful frames, lower their heads to clear snow in search of buried grass. Yet in heavy snowfall years, their mortality rate can climb to 20%, a devastating toll for a species already battling harsh conditions year-round. Winter in Yellowstone is a realm of enduring twilight, where only the most resilient and intelligent creatures thrive. Amidst the severe landscape, tales of perseverance and nature's remarkable adaptability emerge, reminding us that life prevails with every breath and each step through the snow. This is the story of the bison, scientifically known as bison, an iconic symbol of Yellowstone and a testament to nature's tenacity. Yellowstone National Park is home to the largest public bison herd in the United States, boasting numbers that once ranged from 30 to 60 million across North America. However, the bison faced near extinction, with their population dwindling to just 23 individuals by 1902. Thanks to dedicated conservation efforts, their numbers have rebounded to approximately 4,500 to 5,500 by 2023, making Yellowstone one of their last strongholds. As the largest land mammals in North America, bison, even when ice and snow envelop them, bison stand resilient against the cold that drives other species into retreat. maintaining its glow through the long, frigid night. Bison are nomadic herbivores that travel in herds, following seasonal migration patterns that depend on food availability and environmental conditions. During the summer months, they congregate in areas like Hayden Valley and Lamar Valley, where grass is plentiful. As winter approaches, they migrate to regions with lower elevations or less snow to facilitate easier feeding. One of the bison's remarkable adaptations is their ability to use their massive heads to push through deep snow in search of food. Even when snow reaches several feet in depth, bison can leverage the strength of their heads and necks to clear a path and access the grass beneath. However, during winters with excessively deep snow, even this ability can be insufficient for effective foraging. Bison have a temperament that can be unpredictable. They often appear calm or indifferent, but can react suddenly and without warning. Herd dynamics shift during the breeding season, which lasts from June to September, with peak activity occurring in July and August. During this time, older males rejoin the herd, leading to increased competition among males and between genders as they display strength and vie for mating rights. These bulls can be particularly aggressive and erratic. Historically, bison were regarded as fierce and formidable animals, feared by other species. Under optimal conditions, they could overcome most adversaries, except for grizzly bears or packs of wolves. However, during harsh winters with limited food, confrontations with predators become inevitable. In the winter of 2023-2024, scientists from the Yellowstone Wildlife Research Institute noted an increase in encounters between wolves and bison as food sources dwindled. Despite their size, bison are not passive creatures. They can reach speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, demonstrating impressive agility for their massive frames. When threatened, especially in winter when food is scarce and predators are more aggressive, bison use their horns and muscular strength to defend themselves. Both males and females possess long, powerful horns that can deliver significant force, especially when combined with their weight of 2,000 to 2,700 pounds and speeds of 30 miles per hour. Their hind legs can also be used to fend off predators, creating a formidable defense. In many instances, wolves are forced to retreat in the face of a bison's powerful counterattack, particularly when a mother bison is protecting her calf. The gray wolves of Yellowstone are often regarded as legendary creatures. Scientifically known as Canis lupus, they belong to the Canid family and rank among the largest predators in the wolf lineage. These wolves are iconic symbols of Yellowstone National Park, playing a vital role in maintaining the bounds of its ecosystems. Whether or not you visited Yellowstone, the rich history of the North American gray wolf is widely recognized. The ancestors of the North American gray wolf began their journey across the majestic mountains and icy plains of Eurasia millions of years ago. Around 300,000 to 500,000 years ago, some gray wolves migrated across the Bering Land Bridge into North America during the Pleistocene era, a time when ice covered much of the land and giant creatures like mammoths roamed the frigid environment. The North American gray wolf evolved to exhibit remarkable adaptability, showcasing its hunting prowess with each strike through the snow. As they adapted, their bodies became stronger, equipped with powerful jaws and sharp teeth, enabling them to hunt large prey such as moose, deer, bison, and even mammoths. As the Ice Age gradually ended and these giant creatures disappeared, the gray wolf persisted, shifting its focus to modern herbivores while adjusting its hunting behavior and tactics to thrive in a changing environment. Before European settlers arrived in North America, gray wolves roamed freely across forests, prairies, and coastlines, thriving from the icy Arctic to the arid lands of Mexico, and from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Their extraordinary adaptability allowed them to flourish in diverse environments, earning them the title of the eternal guardians of the wild. The arrival of humans marked a significant turning point for the gray wolves of Yellowstone. By the mid-19th century, their struggle for survival shifted from solely competing with nature to facing threats from human activities. Hunting, poisoning, and eradication campaigns aimed at protecting livestock led to the drastic decline of wolf populations, silencing their iconic howls across vast landscapes. By the 1920s, gray wolves had vanished from Yellowstone, leaving behind an ecosystem in distress, characterized by a haunting silence. However, nature has a remarkable ability to heal. In 1995 and 1996, a pivotal conservation effort took place when 31 gray wolves were reintroduced from Canada to Yellowstone, where their howls once echoed through the valleys and forests. This marked the beginning of a new chapter for the park as wolves returned to their ancestral home, bringing hope for the revival of natural ecosystems. Their presence served as a biological reset, restoring balance to the ecosystem. By 2020, around 94 wolves were divided into 8 packs, making Yellowstone their home within the greater Yellowstone ecosystem. The wolf population fluctuated between 528 and 883 individuals, standing out for their impressive size. Adult gray wolves typically measure between 26 and 32 inches tall at the shoulder, with males weighing between 100 and 130 pounds and females ranging from 80 to 110 pounds. To endure the harsh winters of Yellowstone, North American gray wolves are equipped with a thick, double-layered coat. The outer layer is long and coarse, providing protection against fierce cold winds, while the soft, dense undercoat acts as an insulating layer that traps body heat. As winter approaches, their fur thickens, creating an insulating air layer that helps them withstand frigid temperatures as low as -40 degrees Fahrenheit. The coloration of a gray wolf's fur exhibits remarkable variety, ranging from pale gray to deep black. Interestingly, about 45% to 50% of wolves in Yellowstone possess the rare black coat, which scientists believe may be a legacy of ancient interbreeding with domestic dogs thousands of years ago. The black fur of gray wolves offers a significant advantage for camouflage in dense forests, enhancing their ability to evade predators and hunt effectively. This genetic variation may also provide some protection against certain diseases, including the canine distemper virus, thereby safeguarding wolves from potential biological threats. As highly social animals, gray wolves do not live in solitude. Instead, they form strong groups with a tightly knit social structure resembling that of a natural army. Each wolf pack typically consists of 4 to 15 members, with the alpha pair serving as the undisputed leaders, much like the king and queen of a shadowy realm. The alpha wolves guide the pack during hunts and make crucial decisions regarding all pack activities, from movement to territory defense. The territory of each wolf pack can span vast areas, ranging from 50 to 1,000 square miles, where they assert their dominance. The size of the territory depends largely on food availability and competition levels from neighboring packs. When prey is abundant, a pack may maintain a smaller but fiercely defended territory. Conversely, when food is scarce, moles must expand their range in search of new lands to ensure the survival of the entire pack. As apex predators, North American gray wolves have evolved over thousands of years to become some of the most efficient hunters in the wilderness of Yellowstone. Their diet primarily consists of large animals such as elk, moose, and bison, while they also hunt smaller prey like beavers, rodents, and hares. Among Yellowstone's wildlife, the moose, Alces alcis, stands out as the tallest, largest, and heaviest member of the deer family, and is the only species within its genus. This magnificent animal plays a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance in marshlands and forests. Moose are one of the few animals capable of consuming significant amounts of hardwood vegetation, which helps control plant growth and fosters biodiversity in Yellowstone's environment. As the tallest land animals in North America, moose are surpassed in mass only by bison. Adult male moose typically weigh between 900 and 1,600 pounds and stand 6 to 7 feet tall at the shoulder, while females are slightly smaller, weighing between 800 and 1,300 pounds. One of the most distinctive features of male moose is their impressive antlers, which can span up to 6 feet. These majestic antlers, resembling a pair of butterfly wings, serve not only as symbols of strength, but also as tools during mating displays and battles for dominance in the breeding season. During the frigid winter months in Yellowstone, moose face challenges that few species can endure. However, they are equipped with natural armor in the form of a thick, two-layered coat. The long, coarse outer layer acts as a shield against the elements, while the soft undercoat traps warmth like a thick blanket, providing protection from the cold. Despite this adaptation, heavy snowfall can create harsh conditions as food becomes scarce, hidden beneath a thick layer of snow. Moose, with their long legs, can navigate through deep snow, but when it becomes too deep, they must migrate hundreds of miles to find lower-lying areas where snow is thinner and vegetation is more accessible. In severe winters, mortality rates for moose can rise to 20%. However, this situation also presents opportunities for predators like gray wolves, reigniting the cycle of life in the ecosystem. Moose, with their impressive size and presence, rarely need to worry about predators. Yet, gray wolves, being patient and highly organized hunters, pose a threat, particularly to females protecting their calves. In some cases, moose become a primary food source for wolves, leading to dramatic chases that can span several hundred feet or even up to 2 miles. When danger is detected, moose typically flee, using their long legs to traverse deep snow. However, if escape is not possible, moose will stand their ground, becoming brave warriors. Their broad antlers serve as defensive weapons, while their powerful kicks strike directly at any threats. Although gray wolves employ impressive strategies and strength, their success rate in hunting large prey like moose typically ranges from only 14% to 20%. In a study of gray wolves in Yellowstone National Park, researchers found that these wolves do not hunt randomly. Instead, they strategically select their prey based on species, age, and gender to minimize risks and injuries. Gray wolves possess remarkable hearing, allowing them to detect sounds from up to 6 miles away under optimal conditions. Their sense of smell is believed to be up to 100 times more sensitive than that of humans, enabling them to track prey across vast mountain ranges, even when scents are obscured by snow or carried away by strong winds. They can detect the scent of an animal from as far as 2 miles away, even if the prey is hidden deep within forests or complex terrain. As apex predators in the snow-covered fields and majestic forests of Yellowstone, gray wolves still face significant challenges, particularly when hunting one of nature's strongest creatures, the bison. The success rate for wolf hunting bison is only around 2% to 4%. However, each successful hunt is a remarkable achievement that showcases the collective strength and cunning of North America's gray wolves. The hunt begins with wolves surrounding and dispersing the bison herd. Like skilled hunters, they target the weak, elderly, or young individuals in the group, patiently waiting for the right moment to strike. Once the prey is isolated, wolves focus their attacks on the hind legs and tail, reducing the bison's mobility. In deep snow, conditions become advantageous for the wolves, increasing their success rate to approximately 10 to 15%. Recent studies indicate that over 50% of bison calves born may not survive their first year, primarily due to predation by wolves and bears, compounded by harsh weather conditions. In the wilds of Yellowstone, the North American gray wolf is renowned not only for its exceptional hunting skills, but also for its fierce defense of territory and pack against formidable foes. One of the most significant challenges these wolves face is the mighty grizzly bear, known for its immense strength. When a wolf pack successfully brings down prey, it is not uncommon for a grizzly bear to appear and attempt to steal their hard-earned meal. In these critical moments, the wolves must band together, leveraging their numbers to threaten and drive off the massive intruder. However, grizzly bears are successful in stealing kills about 33% of the time. Conflict does not only arise from external threats. Rival wolf packs can also provoke intense battles. The collective howl of a wolf pack serves not just as a form of communication, but as a means of asserting dominance, akin to flags marking territory. These howls can be heard up to 10 miles away, signaling their presence to other packs and helping to prevent conflicts before they escalate. However, when negotiations through howling fail, fierce battles can erupt. Internal strife can also occur within the pack, particularly over the alpha position. Studies from Yellowstone National Park indicate that around 30% of wolves may die due to internal disputes. These conflicts can lead to a change in leadership, with a new member rising to power or even the complete expulsion of the defeated wolf from the pack. The gray wolves returned to Yellowstone in 1995, after nearly 70 years of absence, marked a significant ecological shift. Their howls once again pierced the night, heralding the revitalization of the entire ecosystem. Wolves are not just expert hunters, they are also remarkable natural regulators. Prior to their return, elk populations had grown unchecked, stripping vegetation along rivers and streams, and leading to the near disappearance of aspen, cottonwood, and willow trees. With their sharp hunting skills, wolf packs effectively reduced the elk population, allowing vegetation to recover. Young trees along riverbanks began to reach for sunlight, and the once bare streamsides turned green again, creating ideal habitats for birds and fish. The resurgence of vegetation also attracted beavers, which began building dams that formed natural wetlands, providing breeding grounds for migratory birds and countless other species. Like an invisible hand, the gray wolf re-established the natural order, restoring Yellowstone to its miraculous balance. In Yellowstone, the bald eagle is celebrated as a powerful bird of prey, symbolizing the United States and embodying ideals of strength and freedom. Scientifically known as Haliaeetus leucophallus, the bald eagle carries profound cultural significance among Native American communities and others near this iconic landscape. Poised as resilient guardians of the sky, they soar majestically above, dominating the heavens with their widespread wings that resemble sails catching the wind. As members of the Ossipetridae family, which includes other impressive raptors like hawks and falcons, bald eagles possess keen eyesight and razor-sharp talons, making them quintessential symbols of nature's power. Approximately 10 million years ago, their ancestors diverged from ancient sea eagles that once ruled the oceans and coastlines of Eurasia. During a significant migration 1 to 2 million years ago, the first eagles crossed the land bridge connecting Siberia and Alaska, spreading their wings across the skies of North America. Like pioneers, they adapted quickly to their new environment, favoring coastal areas and expansive lakes as their habitats. In Yellowstone, with its rich ecosystem and abundant food sources, from salmon to waterfowl, the bald eagle found an ideal paradise. Following the last ice age, as freshwater ecosystem thrived, these eagles cemented their position at the top of the food chain and became powerful symbols of strength and freedom within the wilderness. Bald eagles are substantial birds, typically weighing between 6.6 to 14 pounds, with body lengths ranging from 28 to 40 inches. However, their most striking feature is their impressive wingspan, which stretches from 6 to 7.5 feet, allowing them to glide gracefully through the sky. Males are generally smaller than females, but both showcase dark brown plumage, accentuated by distinctive white heads and tails, resembling regal crowns. This striking contrast is the origin of their name, bald, which refers to the eagle's bright white feathers rather than a lack of feathers. Along the vast rivers and expansive lakes of Yellowstone, the bald eagle finds its ideal habitat. Freshwater areas like Yellowstone Lake and the Yellowstone River provide safe and abundant environments for these majestic birds. The clear waters not only offer a rich supply of fish, but also attract millions of waterfowl and small mammals, all of which serve as valuable prey for this powerful bird of prey. As rulers of the skies, bald eagles hunt from above, gliding gracefully over marshes and shimmering waters in the sunlight. Beyond their impressive hunting skills, bald eagles are renowned for their incredible loyalty. Once paired, they remain together for life, symbolizing unwavering commitment and stability. Each year, these eagle pairs return to the same nest, continuously expanding and reinforcing it, much like they nurture their bond and family life. This strong relationship is vital for the growth and stability of the bald eagle population in the Yellowstone region. In the majestic landscape of Yellowstone, the bald eagle has evolved into a top-tier predator, perfectly adapted to the vast rivers, lakes, and open grasslands of the area. With a diet primarily consisting of fish, making up 70% to 90% of their daily intake, bald eagles soar above like reconnaissance planes. Their keen eyesight, 4 to 5 times sharper than that of humans, allows them to spot prey from up to 2 miles away. When the moment is right, they dive at speeds of up to 100 miles per hour, striking with remarkable precision to capture their target, making them one of Yellowstone's most formidable fish hunters. As vital components of the ecosystem, bald eagles in Yellowstone play an essential role in maintaining ecological balance. Similar to gray wolves, they create important trophic cascades by preying on fish and waterfowl, helping regulate these populations and preventing overgrowth that could harm riverside vegetation. In doing so, they protect the stability of both aquatic and terrestrial ecosystems, allowing trees and forests to flourish. In the wild heart of Yellowstone, the grizzly bear, commonly referred to as the North American brown bear, stands as a resilient warrior of nature. From the lush green pine forests to the expansive prairies, and from the towering mountain ranges to the dense mixed forests, the grizzly finds an ideal refuge. Within the pine and mixed forests of Yellowstone, every branch serves as a lifeline, allowing these magnificent creatures to thrive as they capitalize on the abundant food sources and safety the environment provides. Over the long course of evolution, the grizzly bear has developed into a formidable giant of the Yellowstone landscape. Their lineage traces back about 50,000 to 100,000 years ago, when brown bears from Eurasia crossed the Bering Land Bridge during the last ice age to enter North America. The harsh climate and rugged terrain of their new environment spurred the emergence of a new species, the grizzly bear. These Siberian migrants adapted to the extreme conditions, evolving into the powerful creatures we recognize today. However, the journey of the grizzly bear is not merely a tale of survival. It also reflects a history of decline. By the late 19th century, as European settlers flooded into North America, they brought guns and engaged in deforestation, which devastated the bear's habitat. By the end of the 1800s, the grizzly bear population in Yellowstone had dwindled to nearly extinction, with only around 136 individuals remaining by 1975. Thanks to the tireless efforts of conservationists and the National Park Service, the Yellowstone grizzly bear was placed on the endangered species list. Through decades of strict conservation measures, the grizzly population has made a remarkable recovery. Amid the dense forests and rugged mountains of Yellowstone, these bears now loom like giants of the wild. When standing upright, a grizzly can reach heights of up to 8 feet, instilling fear in any creature within the forest. Adult male grizzlies typically weigh between 400 and 790 pounds, earning them the title of the uncrowned kings of this majestic landscape. Female grizzlies, although smaller, weigh between 290 and 400 pounds and exhibit incredible resilience, capable of enduring the harshest conditions. Together, they embody the strength and spirit of Yellowstone, representing both a remarkable recovery and the ongoing challenges of survival in a changing world. The wilderness becomes even more formidable with the presence of grizzly bears. The largest of these mighty creatures can weigh up to 1,000 pounds, especially after accumulating fat reserves in preparation for hibernation. Their thick fur, ranging from light brown to nearly black, acts as natural insulation, shielding them from the harsh cold of Yellowstone's unforgiving winters. This dense coat gives them an almost armored appearance, a fitting look for animals adapted to thrive in the wild's brutal conditions. Beyond their fur, grizzlies have evolved remarkable survival strategies to endure the extreme winters of Yellowstone. As the frigid winds begin sweeping through the mountains in November, these powerful bears seek out remote, high-altitude locations to dig deep dens into the earth. These dens serve as their winter refuge, protecting them from both the elements and potential predators. During this time, grizzlies enter a state of hibernation, neither eating nor drinking, instead relying solely on the fat reserves they built up during the warmer months. One of the most extraordinary aspects of grizzly hibernation is that females give birth during this dormant period. In the warmth of the den, the cubs are born blind and helpless, sustained by their mother's milk, and kept safe by her body heat and stored energy. By the time spring arrives, the young cubs are strong enough to leave the den, venturing into the vast wilderness under their mother's watchful eye. With the arrival of spring, grizzlies emerge from hibernation and begin re-establishing their territories. They communicate their dominance through powerful visual and scent markers, leaving deep claw marks on tree trunks, pressing their massive bodies against trees to leave scent trails, and creating unmistakable footprints on the ground. These signals serve as bold declarations of their presence in Yellowstone's rugged terrain. Masters of survival, grizzly bears navigate the towering peaks and deep valleys of Yellowstone with unmatched skill. Like ancient warriors, they seize every opportunity to hunt large prey and forage for seasonal foods. Equipped with a sense of smell 7 times more powerful than that of a bloodhound, grizzlies can detect food from up to 18 miles away. This incredible ability allows them to locate distant meals and reach them with astonishing speed, ensuring their dominance in millions of North America's wildest landscapes. In the greater Yellowstone ecosystem, elk move like silent shadows, numerous yet vulnerable. During the summer months, between 10,000 and 20,000 elk gather in lush valleys where sprawling grasslands provide abundant forage. However, when winter arrives and blankets their habitat in deep snow, these majestic animals are forced to migrate to lower elevations, where the snow is thinner and vegetation remains accessible. On this journey, elk calves face formidable predators, including gray wolves and grizzly bears, lurking within the ancient forests. As the second-largest deer species in North America, surpassed only by moose, adult male elk can weigh between 700 and 1,100 pounds and stand up to 5 feet tall at the shoulder. Their impressive antlers, 1,100 pounds and weighing around 40 pounds, symbolize both strength and dominance. These bone structures grow rapidly each summer, up to an inch per day, fueled by testosterone, the same hormone that drives intense battles for mating rights. As winter sets in, testosterone levels drop, signaling the bulls to shed their antlers. Without their primary defense, they become more vulnerable to predators like wolves and grizzlies. While grizzly bears pose a significant threat to elk calves, there are no recorded instances of them hunting healthy adult bulls. Such a confrontation could be deadly for the bear itself. Despite the dangers, elk possess remarkable adaptations for survival. Their speed, reaching up to 45 miles per hour, can help them evade wolves in open terrain. In deep snow, herd unity becomes their greatest weapon. By moving together as a tightly packed group, they minimize the risk of individuals being singled out. During the breeding season, females form protective circles around their young, while dominant males use their sheer strength and towering antlers to ward off threats. In the unforgiving wilderness of Yellowstone, survival is not just about physical power. It is the strength of the herd, resilience, and unity that ensure the elk's legacy endures. When hunting large prey such as elk, Moose or bison. Grizzly bears act as patient and strategic predators, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. With the ability to sprint at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour over short distances, they use sudden bursts of power to close in on their prey, turning the element of surprise into a decisive advantage. However, grizzlies are not solely reliant on hunting. They are highly adaptable omnivores that adjust their diet to maximize energy intake throughout the seasons. In the fall, as salmon flood Yellowstone streams, grizzlies become expert fishers, standing at the water's edge with calculated patience. Using speed and precision, they catch the nutrient-rich fish, stockpiling essential fat reserves to sustain them through the long winter months of hibernation. Every bite fuels their survival, ensuring they can endure the harsh conditions ahead. Beyond being opportunistic predators, grizzly bears are dominant forces when it comes to defending their food and territory. When threatened, they rely on sheer strength and intimidation, using their muscular build as an impenetrable defense. Their size advantage often gives them dominance in conflicts with smaller predators like gray wolves or cougars. However, competition is not limited to other species. Grizzlies frequently battle among themselves for access to food and territory. Studies indicate that 10 to 15% of bear cubs fall victim to adult male grizzlies during these brutal encounters, highlighting the intense survival challenges even within their own species. Grizzly bears play a critical role in maintaining the balance of Yellowstone's ecosystem. As omnivores, they do not rely solely on hunting, but also forage for berries, seeds, and other vegetation. In doing so, they serve as natural seed dispersers, spreading hundreds of seeds daily and fostering plant regeneration throughout the vast wilderness. Additionally, by preying on herbivores such as elk and deer, grizzlies help regulate their populations, preventing overgrazing and promoting healthy vegetation growth. In this way, they act as nature's stewards, both predators and protectors, shaping the landscape with every step. Through their powerful presence, grizzlies contribute to the resilience and vitality of Yellowstone's forests, ensuring the ecosystem thrives for generations to come. In the depths of Yellowstone's dense forests and rugged peaks, the cougar moves with silent precision, embodying the grace of a masterful predator. Known scientifically as Puma concolor, this elusive big cat belongs to the Felidae family, sharing lineage with powerful hunters like jaguars and cheetahs. Its range extends across the Western Hemisphere, from the frigid forests of Canada to the lush rainforests of South America. This widespread distribution has earned the cougar a Guinness World Record for the most names of any mammal, including mountain lion, puma, catamount, panther, and even mountain screamer. Despite its adaptability, the cougar remains one of Yellowstone's most elusive predators. In 2023, only around 20 recorded sightings occurred, making an encounter with one the rare stroke of luck. Scientific studies reveal that cougar ancestors emerged approximately 3 to 4 million years ago during the Pliocene epoch. Following the Ice Age, their adaptability enabled them to thrive in diverse environments, from open grasslands and dense woodlands to rugged mountain terrain. Adult male cougars typically weigh between 115 and 220 pounds and measure 5 to 8 feet in length, including a long tail that enhances their agility and balance. Females are smaller, weighing between 64 and 141 pounds, yet they are just as formidable. Their coat, ranging from tawny brown to grayish hues, serves as natural camouflage, allowing them to blend seamlessly into rocky landscapes and forested shadows, moving like phantoms through the wilderness. Solitary by nature, Cougars communicate with one another through scent markings and sharp vocalizations, subtly asserting dominance over their vast territories. These range across forests, deep canyons, grassy plains, and craggy outcrops, all serving as prime hunting grounds. Even in Yellowstone's harsh winters, cougars display remarkable adaptability, skillfully avoiding deep snow by traversing rocky terrain and patiently waiting in ambush for unsuspecting prey. Their resilience and stealth make them one of nature's most enduring and enigmatic hunters. Yellowstone is more than just a national park. It unfolds in its rawest and most breathtaking form. From the stealth of the cougar to the thunder seasons, a testament to the resilience of nature. It is a wild sanctuary, a reminder of what once was and what must be preserved, standing as a symbol of nature's enduring spirit for generations to come. In this sprawling, the geothermal wonders of the park mirror the vibrant dynamics of its inhabitants. As the sun rises, silhouetted against the gilded horizon, embodying the untamed grace of this majestic wilderness. Their haunting bugles resonate, weaving through the valleys, a proclamation of life and vitality, an invitation to witness the eternal cycle that unfolds beneath the vast Montana sky. Yet beyond the beauty and grandeur lies the fragility of this ecosystem. Every season brings challenges and changes, demanding resilience from its denizens. As the frost grips the land in winter's embrace, survival becomes an art form, each creature adapting, evolving, and persevering against the odds. The wolves, with their keen instincts and undeniable intelligence, orchestrate their hunts under the cloak of twilight, each move calculated in the dance of survival. Meanwhile, the delicate balance of predator and prey reverberates through every rustle in the underbrush, echoing nature's age-old tale of life and death. The indomitable spirit of Yellowstone calls to us, not merely as observers, but as stewards of this precious land. It implores us to listen closely, to marvel at the intricate relationships that govern this vibrant ecosystem, and to acknowledge our role in preserving its wonders for posterity. As we tread softly on the trails forged by those who came before, may we find inspiration in the untamed beauty that surrounds us, a whisper of what we can achieve when we honor the wisdom of nature. In this primal sanctuary, we are not just visitors. We are part of a continuum, a living legacy that echoes through the mountains and ripples across the rivers, reminding us of the profound connection we share with the wild. Alaska, the land of perpetual ice and deep, frigid waters, spans over 1.7 million square kilometers, making it one of the most inhospitable regions on Earth. Winter reigns for up to 6 months, with temperatures often plummeting below freezing, reaching as low as -40 degrees Celsius. This harsh, unforgiving climate transforms rapidly with the arrival of spring, as melting ice carves through the land in powerful rivers, sweeping everything in its path. In this icy kingdom, only the strongest and most resilient creatures endure, braving the arduous migratory journeys from May to July. Spring brings the dominance of nature, with colossal glaciers melting and reshaping the landscape. Average temperatures climb modestly, ranging between 4 degrees and 15 degrees Celsius. It is during this time that sockeye salmon begin their epic migration back to their birthplace to spawn. Armed with an extraordinary sense of smell, nature's built-in compass, these fish navigate thousands of kilometers from the Pacific Ocean, identifying their natal rivers by their unique chemical signatures. This remarkable instinct, developed since the salmon's larval stage, is so precise that it can detect specific compounds in water at concentrations below 1 part per billion. Each year, approximately 60 million sockeye salmon migrate through Alaska's rivers, battling powerful currents of up to 4 meters per second. The raging spring waters, fueled by melting ice, present an immense challenge, with many salmon swept away or exhausted by the effort. Waterfalls as high as 2 meters pose yet another obstacle, where every leap could mark the end of their journey. Yet, driven by extraordinary resilience, countless salmon persevere, overcoming each barrier in their relentless pursuit of the spawning grounds. Along the rivers, banks, and cascading falls, the salmon's struggle and triumph epitomize nature's enduring cycle of survival. Alaska's most formidable predators lie in wait, the massive Alaskan brown bears. Adult males, weighing up to 700 kilograms, position themselves strategically along the riverbanks, where the rushing waters deliver a vital source of energy needed to endure the harsh winter. Each prime spot along the river becomes a battleground, with fierce clashes between bears vying for the best positions to catch the migrating salmon. The salmon, weighing between 2 and 4 kilograms, fight their way upstream with relentless determination to return to their birthplace. Each leap is a testament to their skill and speed, yet also a perilous gamble as bears lunge with precision, seizing their prey in a single swift motion. The river resonates with the roars of bears, the scrape of claws against rocks, and the splash of water, creating a dramatic symphony of survival. These intense challenges shape the resilience and indomitable spirit of the salmon, defining their epic journey back to their origins in the frozen wilderness of Alaska. In June, as warmth breathes across Alaska, the ice begins to retreat, and the land awakens to the brief but vibrant summer. Caribou, equipped with their double-layered coats for the cold, find renewed grace in this seasonal shift. Thousands of these resilient creatures embark on their epic migration northward, leaving behind the dry southern plains for the lush pastures of northern Alaska, where milder climates promise sustenance and safety. The rhythmic sounds of caribou hooves echo across the tundra as the herds journey steadily, covering about 20 kilometers daily. Unity defines their strength, for caribou never travel alone. When danger looms, they form tightly knit groups, with adults creating protective barriers around the vulnerable calves, more than 40,000 strong, shielding them from predators. Clever tactics like sudden directional shifts confuse pursuers. When cornered, caribou lower their heads, transforming their antlers into formidable weapons. Yet Alaska's challenges persist, even in summer. Swarms of mosquitoes and black flies, over 35 relentless species, descend upon the herds from June to August. Though tiny, these insects attack in overwhelming numbers, delivering painful bites and spreading infections. To evade them, caribou seek refuge along windy riverbanks, reducing their losses by up to 15%. But insects are not the only threat. Gray wolves shadow the herds, exploiting weak points like shallow rivers or low-lying areas where caribou may falter. Each year, wolves claim 5 to 10% of the calves. Brown bears, too, seize their chance, lying in wait near rivers to ambush the weaker or slower members. A single powerful strike from a bear can decide a caribou's fate. Alaska's summer landscape becomes a theater of survival, where caribou migration flows like a lifeline through the rugged wilderness. Their journey, fraught with peril, is not merely a battle for existence, but a vital force preserving the delicate balance of this majestic ecosystem. Amid the chases, clashes, and triumphs, the migration embodies the indomitable spirit of life in the Alaskan wilds. As summer gradually bids farewell, Alaska undergoes a profound transformation, heralding the arrival of a harsher phase. Beneath the icy waters, the sockeye salmon completes its awe-inspiring reproductive mission, a purpose ordained by nature. In a silent farewell, each female lays between 2,000 and 5,000 eggs, fulfilling her role in the cycle of life. However, the journey of life is fraught with challenges. According to 2023 research, only 10 to 20% of these eggs survive to the hatching stage, producing young salmon known as fry. These fry will remain in freshwater for a year, developing strength and resilience before embarking on their epic journey to the ocean. After 4 to 5 years, they will return to their birthplace, closing the extraordinary cycle of reproduction. With the waters now filled with the lifeless bodies of spent salmon, the ecosystem comes alive with activity. Brown bears, eagles, and other predators quickly gather to partake in this final feast, seizing the last abundance before the ice tightens its grip on the land. The salmon's remains serve as a crucial source of nutrients, sustaining countless species and enriching the environment. This seasonal phenomenon underscores the delicate balance of Alaska's wilderness, where even in death, the salmon contributes to the cycle of life, fortifying the ecosystem to endure the rigors of the approaching winter. As the seasons shift, the caribou herds sense the approaching change. The cold air from the north signals that it's time to head south. Slowly, they begin their journey toward the southern prairies, where the last remaining resources await, offering the energy needed for the winter ahead. This journey is not just migration, it's a careful preparation for the long, harsh months of cold. The adults take the lead, guiding the herd through challenging terrain. Every cautious step is taken to protect the young from natural threats and predators. The southern prairies, the last green fields before the snow blankets the land, become a temporary refuge where the caribou gather strength for the brutal winter, when the snow covers the ground and resources become scarce. The journey continues, relentless as the eternal cycle of life in this frozen realm. When the migration ends and we reflect, whether in the scorching heat of the Savannah or the freezing cold of Alaska, we recognize that while some creatures have fallen and others are exhausted, all are driven by an unshakable hope. They stand as living proof of the power of creation and the divine hand that preserves life. In the Savannah, speed or strength alone does not guarantee victory. Sometimes survival hinges on silence, subtlety, and harmony with nature. For the greater kudu, patience and the ability to adapt are its greatest gifts, a testament to the unyielding balance of life in this unforgiving world. Having failed in its last hunt, the leopard faces the familiar pangs of hunger. The dry season tightens its grip, and prey becomes scarce. Even the formidable leopard must adapt, targeting animals it might otherwise avoid. Small nocturnal creatures scurry to find shelter, their hurried movements betraying their vulnerability. In the darkness, all creatures, predators and prey alike, navigate a delicate dance for survival. Hunger and thirst drive them forward, even as danger lurks in every shadow. The cooler night temperatures coax animals from their hiding places. A group of wildebeest rests in the distance, while nearby, a few Thompson's gazelles nibble at the last remnants of grass. For the leopard, this is an opportunity. For the antelopes, it's another relentless test of survival. Antelopes, with their remarkable diversity, are more than just prey. They are the lifeblood of the Savannah, bridging the gap between the energy of plants and the apex predators that roam this ecosystem. From the agile Thompson's gazelle to the massive wildebeest and the elusive kudu, these herbivores sustain not only lions, leopards, and hyenas, but also scavengers like vultures. When an antelope falls to a predator, it feeds countless lives, reinforcing the intricate cycle of nature.